What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends, and we are back on the new account series. We are on day 10 of our new account here with Viking in 7, our low spend playthrough progression account that we're having a lot of fun with. We actually just hit level 35, so now the fun really starts because we can start doing our advanced quests, which means we're going to be getting a bunch of energy every day now, a bunch of extra goodies. We can start getting some books, some chickens, and some other things. You'll see here we got a bunch of red dots to clear out. I've actually done the daily quest already for today. We're going to talk a little bit today about how the account has been progressing. We're going to get back into our mantra of gear over champions and continue to farm speed gear as we're already in the brutal campaign. I kind of posted a video the other day basically showing how we're already getting some amazing progression through arena because we just have champs that are built better than anybody else right now. We have champions with 200 speed, and even teams with speed leads in silver, we're already outrunning them here on the account early on. But let's go ahead and jump in here. We do have some missions here. You can see we actually have gotten to 41 out of 76. I haven't really been paying as much attention to these as I should be. I've just been doing them as I remember to. I've been so focused on farming gear in the campaign that I kind of do forget to come in here and do this. So we do have upgraded champ to rank 4. We'll have to work on that at some point. You can see here we got challenges we're working on. We actually did just finish up part 2 of 3, win 30 silver medals already. So we're going to be progressing into the next bit, which is going to be the gold section. So now we have to reach gold 1 in the classic arena, win 10 battles in gold, and a bunch of this other stuff here. So this is going to be a while before we actually get to completing these. That's already the last part of that challenge session that we're working on because we've been progressing pretty quickly through the arena. We have to wait until Spirit Keep opens to finish this one, and we do have one Rock Tooth on our account that does have heal reduction. I'm not sure if I'm going to put gear on him or not, though, to be able to complete that. We got a couple of the campaign challenges we've been working on and off, and then we are on upgraded champ to rank 5, and then win a campaign battle with 4 champions at level 50 or higher. So it'll be a little while before we get to that challenge there. Now the cool thing is we are level 35. We did open up our advanced quest, which means we also opened up 3v3 arena, and so now we've got the ability to get a little bit of extra energy each day and also some extra keys to do faction wars to get some glyphs. So we're gonna have some cool stuff going on now. And I gotta tell you guys, the one cool thing is that I feel like right now is a great time to start a new account in Raid. Even though the Ninja promotion's over, you kind of miss out on that legendary, which is really awesome. But there's so much stuff in the game now that makes this game so much easier to get through early on if you kind of know what you are doing. And the clan system is actually one of the cool things. This clan shop is absolutely crazy. You have the ability now. You know, we're 10 days into our account. We've already got some 5- and 6-star artifacts, which normally would take you a ton of time to farm in the spider dungeon. You can also buy some rare books here. You can get more energy on your account just going in and doing these clan quests. You see we have one more here that we have to finish up, upgrading a helmet to level 16. But you get to do 3 of these every week. Even in a minimum, you can get about 300 clan tokens. So you can go in here, you can buy more energy to farm, you can buy 3 rare books. You can get 2 of these 5- to 6-star accessories. And I can kind of show you here, we've actually got a couple of those already. So here we got a 6-star ring for Lizardmen, which we'll probably put on Jizo maybe when we get him. It's not, you know, at this point we're not really too worried about the primary and the substats. It's just the fact that we have a 6-star ring to use on somebody. You can see we did get a 5-star banner for Barbarians with a chance to roll some speed. So already we got a 6-star Shadowkin accuracy banner with a chance for some speed rolls. We got Dark Elves HP. So already we got some decent accessories here that we would never in a million years have been able to get anything like this early on a new account before. So it's really kind of cool what they have now with the clan system. In the game, you see we even got the blood shield, or the reaction ring here on Galek, which is kind of cool from clan versus clan. We've got a blood shield ring here we can level up once we get a barbarian. Actually, I'll probably put that on shield guard since it is defense. So kind of cool. It's really nice right now as a newer player. Even if you're free to play or if you can spend a little bit of money, the game is actually pretty awesome right now in the early stages. I'm having a ton of fun on this account. I gotta admit, guys, I'm at like 98% to level 100 on my main account, so it's gonna get kind of stagnant on that account. And even though my free-to-play account is a lot of fun and it's kind of my main focus now, having this newer account to play early game over again with all this new stuff that they have on offer, it's great. I'm absolutely loving it right now. So good time to get into the game, I think, if it's something that you're interested in. If you kind of have a good direction, and hopefully that this series that we're doing will kind of help you with that. It's really fun to get in here now with all the resources. So let's get in real quick and talk about how the roster is coming along. We have been bringing up our Diabolist here, and we do have her in a full speed set from the campaign we farmed up. So right now she is at 193 speed, which is pretty crazy this early. And you can see here we can get her boots up a little bit, so we'll have her over 200 speed pretty soon. Galek is at 200 even. Then he gets a little bit of a bonus from Spirit Host Speed Aura. We're using her in Arena Lead right now and to progress some through a couple of the dungeons. We haven't been focusing dungeons much because, like I said, right now all we're worried about is getting into campaign. And you can see here we've been doing our homework. We've been farming up all the speed gear here that we can. Even if it doesn't have speed substats, you can still you still get the 12% boost from the actual piece there. You see, but this is what we're looking for here. Even if it's 4-star, 4 or 5-star from stage 6 in Brutal, just getting like a single speed roll substat is just crazy good. You can see we've done that like on Galek. Just some of these pieces we've only got like the 1 speed sub roll on it. But just that and the 12% bonus has allowed us to get him to such a high speed. So he's taken a lot of turns before anybody else. Our new focus right now is we're actually going to be pushing to get Kale to 6 stars. So you'll see here we have this level 40 Blood Mask, we got level 40 Totem. We're going to be using these rares as chickens basically. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm taking this Judge up to 30. And then we're going to work on building up some more of these rares to level 40. And then once we have 5 of those at level 40, we'll build some regular 4 stars and feed them into those to make the 5-star chickens and get Kale up to a 6-star. And the cool thing right now is with the new Guardian ring, with the Faction Guardians, as a new account, it's actually pretty helpful if you can get dupes early. And where we've been farming the speed stage, you can see here we're getting a ton of these Eris dupes. So if we go into our Guardian ring, go into Faction Guardians, you can see here we've already got the first 2 done for High Elf rares, which, like, let's say we took Elaine as a starter here. This would be awesome, having plus 10% for her would be pretty cool. So unfortunately we haven't gotten a lot of Dark Elves yet for Kale or Orcs yet for Galek, but something to keep in mind early on. I think it's almost worth it to use the duplicates in that bonus system versus using them as food in some cases, because you're going to get a pretty good sizable bonus from that, like 10% HP. You can see here, if you wanted to come into your Great Hall, that's a level 6 upgrade in the Great Hall. 10% HP, but that's for your entire account, obviously, on all that class of champions. But think about that. One entire faction, you can get a plus 10% HP bonus just from 2 duplicates. So that's actually really huge for new players. It's going to really help you out with the content in the game, which is pretty awesome. You'll notice here we have 3 of these attack finished already. We have 18 silver medals. We've actually been farming silver, which is pretty crazy to me, because on my other accounts that I played through, I never was this far this early in the game. As you can see, we're already into silver 2. We're basically, I think I do have the defense set up here, so it kind of, it doesn't influence people to hit us that often, but we do get hit once in a while. You see there we've won 3 out of 4 arena defenses, and you can see some of the champions, like they got Maneater, Apothecary, Zargala. Look at all these epics people have, but we're still winning these matches because we have better gear. We're faster than these teams right now at this point in the game. So that speed early, if you can get it, it's going to help you just farm arena pretty easily. You can see we're even beating teams with legendaries so far. So we're just kind of picking and choosing and going through here. Look at this. We beat this team at the bottom that has Sinesha, Venom Mage, and Ninja at 60. So we're kind of just going through and doing what we can. Hanging out in silver right now, just farming those metals. It's going to make it a little bit easier to build up some of the stuff in our Great Hall. I don't know if we have any clan boss keys. Doesn't look like we do. We've just been hitting normal right now. We're able to top chest normal at this point. So count's coming along pretty good. Dungeons, like I said, we have. Oh, we can do Spirit Keep here, so we may go finish that set of dungeon missions. Dragon's Lair is actually X2 for speed gear right now, which is pretty cool. Dragon, we did push to stage 10, but we're not going to start farming until we can get down here to 13, because that's when we can start getting that 6-star gear to drop. I wish we had it now, because we can start working on maybe getting some of that speed gear. We haven't really gone into Fire Knight yet. We don't really have the champions. Spider we're not worried about at this point. Ice Golem we just pushed a little bit just to get some of the quests done, so we're down at stage 7. Minotaur we haven't really been doing too much, but we have gotten down to 8. Probably could push a little bit further considering we have Kill at 50 now. Our King Keep we've been doing a little bit here. Down to stage 9. But again, we're not really focusing too much on the dungeons at this point. We are kind of just trying to get that gear built up. Once I have enough speed gear, I'm going to then move over to stage 8 on Brutal and start farming up lifesteal. We need to move eventually to Deadlands so we can also work on getting a War Maiden to drop so we can use her for the arena. We actually did go back and fairly easily 3-star the normal campaign. We also did 3-star the hard campaign so we could get a Sacred Shard to pull for the 2x Sacreds. But as usual, it wasn't anything good. I think it was Hope. So not a terrible champ to get early on, but not somebody we're going to be taking advantage of just yet, except maybe in Faction Wars. But for mainly right now, we're going to be working on Galek, Kale, what the heck's her name? Soulbound Boyer, Spirit Host. We're going to be bringing Diabolist up too, and that's going to kind of be the core of our team. We'll probably be working on our Shield Guard as well, since he's a little bit off affinity, and then hopefully we'll get a War Maiden soon so we can start using her for some of the stuff as well. We got some cool epics, and we got Excruciator, who's kind of fun once you get later into the game, but we really won't have the gear to take advantage of her yet. And we actually did get a Fenchie from an Ancient Shard, and he's going to be kind of cool for Fire Knight early. Very cool champion, got a bunch of 3-hit attacks, so we got some decent champions to work on. Like I said, we have a Bellower still from our very first Void Shard, but not at the point where we can really take advantage of him. So that's like I said in the earlier episodes, we're just going to be focusing on the top of our roster, trying to build up 5 champions that are going to help us progress through the dungeons once we start moving in to do those there. So that said, what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I got a bunch of energy to burn tonight. We're going to go ahead and jump into campaign. We're just going to go farm up some speed gear here. And I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back here in a little bit and show you guys how it went. Alright, we are back after blowing through all of our energy. Now, I actually wound up pushing through a little bit more of the Brutal campaign all the way to the end, just to get some of the rewards and unlock a couple more stars. We're basically at the point where we pushed through and got enough stars to get everything until we can get the Sacred Shard there. So we got a couple drops, just some basic stuff we kept. It was just some 4-star pieces we can use as filler. And we got a couple of nice drops here from the one stage, which are kind of good. And then some of this other stuff is just from, like we did a couple runs on Dragon to get some challenges finished. So we have those there. So our gear is coming along pretty nicely on the account. And we also are kind of at the stage where we're working on farming up some food to build up our next 6-star, which is going to be Kale. So I thought we'd just take a quick look here, as I really haven't gone into building food yet on this playthrough, but basically what we're doing is as we're farming gear in the Brutal campaign, we are leveling up these other random champions that we're really not using for anything else. So we go into the tavern here, and we're going to go actually down here first, and we got a couple of these 2-stars that we took up to level 20. So once we're able to take them to 20, we can go into upgrade rank. And I already have a couple copies of these fusion champions here, which we're going to use for Broadmoss. We're not going to be worrying about feeding them. We'll just feed these 2 stars into that level 20, and he becomes a 3-star just like that. So that's pretty nice. We got another one here. We can go ahead and feed these into him, make him a 3-star. So now we have the challenge, I think, right now in our Arbiter missions is to bring a 3-star champion up to a 4-star. So we do have this Blood Mask we've been working on. We do have, we got all these brews basically from the campaign rewards, getting those stars. So we come down here, we're going to see, we got our brews here that we can just feed into him and get him to level 30. And now that he's level 30, we will put those 3 stars we just made, and we'll actually use one of our rares here that we got as well. We're going to mostly be using these as food too, so we'll just feed those in, and got our progress mission finished, and we have another 4-star now to work on leveling up to eventually turn into a 5-star chicken. So that's kind of how it works when you are working with food. Again, you're going to have, you mostly want to use these uncommons and these rares. Any rare you're not going to use as a book or as a champion, level it up to 30 and then feed 3. Usually it's good to level these up to 30 and then feed 3 uncommon 3 stars into it. And you can see here we got a bunch of brews to use. So you see, actually, if we get a magic champion, it'll be a little bit easier to feed those in. You just need 5 to go to 20 on one of these uncommon champions, 5 of the type of their affinity. So we can go ahead and level him up there and then just feed. Let's go ahead and feed some force champs here since we do have magic brews to use. We can go ahead and just make a couple of these right now just so you guys kind of see how it works. But again, you know, just you can level these guys up in the campaign. It's pretty easy to do it there while you're just farming for gear. But here, you know, we can really quickly make a couple of 3-star chickens so that we have some more to feed into when we get those level 30s. And I think we could do one more here. Again, it's just 5 of them. So feed those in. And these guys I've already got copies of for the Broadmoth fusion, so I'm not too worried about that. Go ahead and do that there, and there we go. So now we have a couple of 3 stars now, and that way we can level up our rare champs to level 30. You see, I do have, I might have enough to just do one here. Yeah, we should have enough here to do Rocktooth. So we'll just go ahead, feed these brews into him. You want to conserve these sometimes if you're going for events like fusions and things, but since we're early on in an account, we don't care about fusions. We're just trying to progress and get our food going so that we can get another 6-star champ. We're not going to be really too worried about conserving our brews early on. We want to just level up these champions. And now that we use 30, you can see we can take these 3 uncommons that we just made into 3 stars, and we got another 4-star champion. So another 4-star chicken, so to speak. And that's what we kind of want to do. We want to get 5 of these to level 40, and then we want to have some 4-star food to feed into each one of them. So it's going to take basically 20 more of these 4 stars after we get 5 of these to 40. So we got a ways to go. We got a lot of work to do to get a 6-star champion, but as long as you stay focused on it, it's something that will come pretty quickly. And once we get 2 60s, then we should be in pretty good shape. We can bring up another champion to 50. Probably be Spirit Host or Diabolus next, just to get one of those support champions up there. Probably Spirit Host. We do have a different affinity at level 50. We don't want to get too many magic champions right off the bat. So it would be nice if we had a Force. So the reason we want to try to get War Maiden out of the campaign is so we do have that Force affinity in there to help us out a little bit. So there we go. We got our mission done. Now we got to go in and do Ice Golem Stage 2. That's pretty easy, 3 times. That'll be a pretty quick one done. And then we have to go in and actually farm speed gear. So we're already ahead of the pace on that. We'll be able to do that pretty easily. Upgrade 2 artifacts to 12 is pretty simple. And then we'll get moving into some of these other ones. But we're going pretty good on the missions so far. 44 out of 76 on our way up there to get 300 gems. And you can see here just going through the end. We should be able to do most of these. We already did that one. I wish those were retroactive. We already upgraded a couple of Great Hall bonuses. Some of those are retroactive later on in the game, so that's kind of weird. But you can see here there's really nothing here that is going to be too difficult to finish up. Bronze 2 Classic Arena, we've already done that. So we should be able to get this done in a couple days. At least get this first part finished, and then we'll have our 300 gems, which will be nice. With the gem pack and everything we have every day, we may even have enough to get masteries on another champion, because on this account I'm kind of worried more about progression than anything else, so I don't mind spending those gems to finish those masteries, especially since we have Minotaur not quite advanced that far yet at this stage of the game. So there you go. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Just wanted to kind of go over the account progress that we're on here through day 10 of the new account. I'm probably not going to do these every day. It's probably going to be every couple of days just to kind of give an update. Right now, again, we're just in that speed gear farming stage. We're going to eventually move on to farm some lifesteal gear so we can start putting that onto our clan boss champions. And we got a couple nice options. We're not really super worried about clan boss right now. Again, it's just getting those core 4 or 5 champions done, getting them fast enough so that we start working on dungeons. We're just going to blow through things. And eventually we want to start working on trying to get to Dragon 13, which we may do here in a couple of days, depending on how the gear farming goes. But as always, if you guys have any questions about anything you saw in the video, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. I'll do my best to get you an answer as soon as I can. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.